Thanks as always for joining us on a beautiful FAQ Friday. And I took Brandon up on his challenge to use AI to outdo the man versus machine challenge for the spooky power bill thing. If you can't remember, this was my original over here from many, many years ago. Just good old Photoshop and blood, sweat, and tears of a human. And AI is, oh, they're trying. They're trying so hard. God bless them. Like they still don't have fingers and hands down. You got four fingers, you got
Four
seven,
fingers.
you got six, you got this shows five, but where's the thumb? That's six. I'm sorry, you got it wrong. But and
Uh,
you know, I will say I'm impressed that Google actually got like words correct. Power utilities overdue notice. Like, that's legible. Zauerbill, power to be like what? Just
yeah.
crack.
This is the German power bill.
It's the Germans, yes.
Power be
You're
thou.
most scared of a 4-finger zombie or a 7-finger zombie? That's the real question.
I don't know, man. Good point.
Great.
But anyway, thought that was good times. Lesson to take away from this is copywriting and ad copy and ad, like verification, making sure that you have somebody double check before you publish anything like this that an AI spits out. Always important. Don't leave the robots to it. And we also have, let me make sure that I am sharing the video.
That's okay, Danny. While you're loading that, guys, what Danny's about to share, it came from our big, beautiful blitz. For those that qualified, we did send out drones for the number of sales that they got. And one of the dealers, they earned this win. So once he got the drone, this is his first test pilot, did a flyby over one of our installs. And this is our way of saying thank you for submitting this marketing that you put together here. So this is cool. So, but for anyone that hasn't had an install with ESP, and this is the proper expectation. This is why you joined our team. You're going to have nice, clean installs, friendly crews. Yeah, that and much more.
100%, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Again, we love rewarding people and love it when we get love back. That's what we're all about here. So, okay, back to it. Got another install. That's our second one of the week here. Pretty decent sized system. I again just love that long, clean, symmetrical array. Nice, clean install on the wall there. 42 days from site survey to install for a pretty decent sized system. Good. JB, since you're on here again, how's the roof look? Everything look clean? Everything good?
Well, I mean, the roof definitely isn't new, but it looks great. Like
Good.
clean lines. And again, I'm looking at the relation of the lines on the solar to the lines on the roof, and when those all match up, it's pretty good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Here's our agenda. Like Brandon said, we got a lot to go over today. Some under updates. We got another panel liquidation offer. We got some cool feature in Aurora, rate increase from the utilities, industry milestone, got a marketing hit, and then Solar App Plus. And then we're here for what you wanted to learn about with what to do in rainy season with solar and roofing, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. A couple quick lender updates. NFIN has confirmed that MPU completion is necessary in order to fund any of those project completion milestones, M2 or M3. So that was an update that they published to their help center, which again is linked from the onboarding deck. Make sure you just use your NFIN partner login. You'll get in there, be able to read all that. And then on GoodLeap, this is a thing in Aurora. Brandon, do you want to touch on this? I know you discovered this the other day.
I would like to take a step back with the MFIN. What this means to you guys as a partner and to ESP is that we're not getting that funding until that MPU is officially completed. One of the things that we try to do is correlate the install with the MPU. So we have one trip, one job at that time, but it's not always able to happen, right? Disco Rico dates could be after install. So if you're choosing NFIN as a lender, this is one of the things that the caveats that come with that. So if you're looking to maybe get that install complete and not worry about the MPU, other lenders such as GoodLeap, they can fund sooner. With that being said, GoodLeap here with the DC, which is DomCon, domestic content, they're asking you, do you want standard pricing or are you expecting DC pricing up front? So as you're like pulling the data for like what the gross EPC value is from GoodLeap, this question will come up. Kind of comes up just like out of light reach, right? It asks you like what the selections are. In this case, we're using ESP is using domestic content all the time. So click that button and click next.
All American made, baby.
Let's go.
Got panel liquidation going again. You guys helped us clean out the warehouse and we love it. And so we said, let's go. Let's keep going. So we got this, again, still high wattage, high quality panel for a great deal.
Yeah, you guys, thank you. Tons of sales out there. The urgency was real, right? We got the tax credit ending at the end of this year. So everybody that hopped in there, utilized those 405s, got that 20-cent rebate. Amazing. We want to extend that offer, but this time with the 395s, we're at a negative 10 cents. So now that everything's been cleared out, I think we only have a few 405 panels left, but once I deselect those, you're not going to see them in Aurora any longer. 395s will yield a 10-cent negative adder. So
Yeah, I think we had like 7 panels, 7 individual panels, not 7 installs worth of panels, 7 panels. We cleaned it out. Good stuff. Thank you again, and let's keep it going. Aurora, this is a cool feature. We just grabbed a couple of these screenshots. Brandon, I don't know if you wanted to show this off live or anything. I don't know how quickly it can parse it or work the magic for us, but this is something, again, cool that we just found in Aurora. They will read the bill for you and do all that heavy lifting of entering in all the power into the right things. And again, as we mentioned at the beginning, don't ever trust a robot 100%, trust but verify. But it'll do a lot of that data entry work that you don't have. You can just throw it in there. It'll do the little parsing, thinking, loading screen here, and then you're good to go.
yeah, I think the key, Danny, is make sure you load that utility bill first into Aurora and then update the data as necessary. If you
Correct.
didn't do data update and then do the utility bill, guess what happened? All of your work is lost. It deletes everything and refreshes it. So very good habit, upload utility bill first into Aurora and then make the necessary adjustments for in case that parsing is incorrect.
And this is also great practice to make sure you are obtaining a legible copy of the bill and make sure that it can actually be read. If it can be read by a computer, it can be read by a human. We always appreciate that. You do still need to upload it in the job submission. We're hoping that eventually we can make it all just a very smooth, process and be able to, if it's uploaded, we can grab it later. Again, always something we're working towards. But for now, make sure you are getting it up front. Makes it easy the rest of the way through. Speaking of bills, your customers probably got this in Edison. Andy, you got this. This was
I
from
sure
Corp-
did. Yeah. And I floated this over to our team and was like, can we verify this? And sure enough, there's going to be a 13% increase for all Edison customers. Yeah, you're still going to get the climate credit, but if you go solar and or get set up with a system, you're still going to get that climate credit. So that's still going to be in your benefit. But the key thing here, folks, is like, I think when anyone's talking about like a PPA or a third party owned system and, you can do a 0%, a 1%, a 2, a 3.5% annual increase. 3.5% annual increase is a lot less than 13. So if you ever have that objection of like, what is this annual increase that's happening? Well, this is for maintenance, monitoring, insurance, production guarantee, all the things that come with a TPO project. But working against the utility, it's still a big win. Use this to your advantage. Tell all of your homeowners this is happening. This will get them to want to make a change.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we are restricted by the tools from showing increases like this. If you play around with Aurora or any of these other proposal tools that have been out there for years, they are capped on how dramatic you can point the increased scale on the proposal. Somewhat by design, I guess, but really you can point to things like this. You should print this off and laminate it and bring it with you to appointments and say, look, I'm showing you the like bare minimum expected savings based on rate increases that they are coming out full, with their full chest and saying, we're going to jack your prices up a lot. And this is just this year. So expect more like this. And yeah, as Andy said, the climate credit there, I think this is something else. I don't know if it comes up a lot, but people are like, oh, well, they're already doing solar and that's, whatever. No, they're not. They are taking more money from you and saying that, oh yeah, look, we're doing this kind of stuff. No, it's not. That's called greenwashing. It's a lie. Do the solar yourself. Don't let the utilities cloud the water and muddy it up with all these line items that they're trying to push at you. Rant over. And now new rant started, but a good rant. I think this was something cool. Again, shout out to Canary Media. I love just, seeing the progress of various industries out there. This is something that I think is a trend we're going to expect to see continue. Renewables over the last few years have gotten closer and closer to beating out this is globally how much is being produced by renewable energies. Solar's a big chunk of this. It's not all solar in here, but it's a huge part of it. And that means that you're part of something huge. You're part of something that's just continuing to grow year after year. So if you see it, on the micro scale, if you're ever like, oh man, things are getting hard, things are getting, we're getting punches thrown at us or whatever, you are still part of something so much bigger, and the momentum is behind this industry and everything like this. Again, this is just purely looking at how much power has been generated worldwide. This is not looking at how much that power cost. And renewables are consistently some of the least expensive, and that's attractive. That means that they are going to keep going. So. Andy, did you want to chime in?
No,
Great.
I was just concurring with the way the scale is moving from left to right and moving up. We can only predict that it's going to continue moving in that same direction and surpassing everything. So if you're watching this, you're in the right industry.
Absolutely. Love it.
100%.
Marketing. I feel like I'm talking this entire time here, guys. I promise I'll shut up in a second here. But I just wanted to plug, we have the swag store and we've been doing it for years. And really, I don't know that everybody is aware. All of our dealer partners are aware of how much of a benefit it can be to you and your field teams. This is something, again, we have some designs that we've made in the store. I'm particularly proud of some of them, not all of them per se, but one of the things that we can help you do if you need it is equip your teams. We had one of our partners, a startup, he had a new logo designed and, launching, he's got a new website coming out, and he's just like, man, can I get some shirts or something like that? And I was like, you know what? No problem. We got you. And I will shout out the production facilities at the swag store. He ordered it Friday and he already had it yesterday. And he was stoked. He was like, oh man, is it going to get here? Is it going to look good? And it blew all of us away. So just want to say that's something we are happy to help support you in this. Just say the word.
Love it. I'm all about swag. I don't even think I have any regular clothes anymore.
It's true, Brad. Brandon, every time you get on a call, it's like, oh, I haven't seen that ESP shirt in a while. That's an old school.
Every family photo I have represents ESP in some shape or form. I love it. Great.
I'm wearing a comfy one right now. This is one of our sweatshirts. I like it. It's good. It's good stuff, man. It's not like this isn't gonna blow you away at the Met Gala or anything like that. Just FYI, but we provide everything at cost. Again, this is a benefit. It's not a profit center. We're not trying to make money off of you. If you need to equip your teams for, but you don't need to make a huge bulk order of like 25 t-shirts or anything like that, this is a great option for you. So again, just wanted to plug that, our support to you.
For sure.
Solar app. All right, finally, I'll shut up. Brandon, you know more about this.
Oh yeah. Actually, this Solar App Plus, guys, this is insane. I don't know if you guys are aware of what this even is, but this is really a list of jurisdictions here in California that are willing to do over-the-counter permitting. You can go to the Solar App Plus website, just do a quick search for it. It'll populate pretty quick at the top of the screen and like in a Google search. And it tells you all of the steps necessary in order to apply for a Solar App Plus listing. So you'll notice on the right-hand side, Danny, the ASJ listing. So if you wanted to headhunt Beverly Hills, great, we can do that. And then it'll tell you if they qualify for PV plus storage, MPU, or possible D rates. Like if it doesn't have a check mark, that means if you have, like, For example, and I'll slow it down a little bit, Beaumont. Notice how it says MPU Beaumont. There's no check mark. What that means is if you submit a deal and you're hoping for Solar App Plus to be, quick and efficient, there's an MPU attached as an adder, then Solar App Plus is going to deny it, and it's going to be a regular permit timeline. However, no MPU, PV Plus storage in Beaumont, then that means that we should have pretty quick turnaround timelines with Solar App Plus, and we're applying for all locations. So if you guys want to have that deal done faster, turnaround times faster, what we would encourage you to do is headhunt these Solar App Plus locations. And I'm going to do my part, and I'm going to make sure that everyone is aware of where to go, where to headhunt, and the reward is faster turnaround times for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. We want to make sure that this list is constantly up to date, as up to date as we can keep it. Things change, and we'll make sure that our teams are on it. But basically, yeah, what Brandon said, we want to get you this list and help boost your, ability to pick a place to blitz. That's the best thing that you can do here is, hey, I want a bunch of jobs to go through real quick. Try targeting these cities and you should be in good shape.
Absolutely. So yeah, blitzing and purchasing leads. Now you know which zip codes to really use. It's going to lead to a better experience for everybody, for sure.
Let's go to Blythe.
Or let's go.
Yes. Do a double check, that these are within normal coverage.
Yeah.
For all that stuff.
Okay. I mean Agora Hills.
Oh,
Go.
Agora Hills, yes. All right, good.
Wait. I mean, that's 20 minutes from me.
That's right. Yeah, that's right down the street from you. Yeah, you're good, man. All right. Well, now we get to the good stuff. Our dear friend Jeremiah. We brought him back on, and we just want to. It's rainy season. We want to tap your knowledge for what's happening, what's going on. We have maybe some new war stories of why to use ESP Roofing, why you are an integral part of all of the support teams that we have. Probably one of the most important ones is that we have an in-house roofing team who knows all this stuff and has seen all this crazy stuff. So what do we got today?
Well, for starters, be careful if a homeowner is doing a roof on their own or had a roofer do work for them, or perhaps an uncle or a cousin or a nephew or someone that maybe got paid in beer to help them put a roof on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I am here to support you guys however we can. I want to make sure that we're getting glass on the roof and getting you guys paid. There are some things that we've noticed recently that are becoming more common of roadblocks and things that derail jobs, one of which are unpermitted re-roofs. If a homeowner does a roof and they don't get a permit, when we have because 100% of the solar jobs have permits. 100% of the solar jobs have a very thorough inspection on site where the inspector goes and they don't just like on a roof final inspection. Some inspectors don't even get out of the car. They'll take the inspection card, sign off, looks like a roof, and they leave. Sometimes they give you the third degree, sometimes they don't. On solar, 100% of the time, they have to go and check the electrical. They have to check for other things. A lot of times they're verifying if smoke detectors are installed and if they're compliant on that. So they do notice when there is a new roof on and they don't have a permit record for it. And in years past, this was less of a problem. Now it's becoming more of a problem. And unfortunately, we have seen quite a few jobs recently where the homeowner basically gets a phone call from us and says, look, we cannot pass our final on the solar. Now the city has issued a correction notice, which means that it is now a task that has to be solved within their system where the homeowner must now make the roof compliant. The only way to do that is to remove the solar panels, tear off the existing roof, get a permit, get the decking inspected. There's a rough inspection and a final inspection on roofing. Get the decking inspected, install the roof again, and get a final on the roof, then install the solar again, get a final on the solar. It ends up costing more than it would have to just do the roof the correct way in the first place. And if you'll notice, like the $250 permit fee avoidance, dude, it typically is about $250. Roof permits are not expensive. They're not scary. A homeowner can they can pull an owner builder permit themselves. Like I could go do my roof and go to the city myself. You don't have to be a licensed contractor. There's no reason not to get a permit on a roof. So there is value in having us do it because we make sure everything's kosher and then nobody has to worry about anything. But if a homeowner is doing their own roof, they have to get a permit. If they don't, they run the risk of this biting them when we have our final inspection with solar and it's out of our hands. We do everything we can to push this stuff through. Nobody gets paid until this thing gets finalized and funded. So we want this to go through, but it is becoming increasingly common. Just be aware of that and prepare accordingly. Real quick on timeline for roof work with solar, because as everyone knows, lenders are, let's just say, not as consistent as they have been in years past. And so with all of the changes that we're having, we're trying to do the roof and the solar installation as close together as possible. So in years past, as soon as the job gets accepted and we get NTP from the lender, we're doing the roof. That was the previous schedule of things. And then they would submit for the permit for solar and wait for the permit and do MPUs and do all of that, meter spots and all that fun stuff. And so it would be a really big gap between when the roof is done and when the solar is done. But the roof would get done right away, and that usually kind of scratched an itch for people and gets the work started, and that solves problems. However, what can happen in that gap is that something changes with funding, and then we have roofs that are done that need to be paid for, and the solar funding has issues. So we're doing them as close together as possible. What that means is that we are waiting until the solar permit is issued. Then we're scheduling the roof and the solar usually a week or two apart, right? So if we start the roof this week, we're probably starting solar next week or the week after. So it'll be a longer time until the roof is scheduled and started because we're just waiting for all the ducks to get in a row for the solar stuff. But it's a lot faster. You know, once the roof is done, solar's done and it's done. So just understand that timeline chain. It's no longer do the roof as fast as we can and then wait until solar's ready and then do the solar. It's wait until solar's ready, then do roof solar. And it's a better customer experience with the caveat that expectations are set properly. So just understand that schedule, set expectations properly. If there's a weird one-off or some special circumstance, reach out to me, roofing@joinesp.com. I had someone reach out a couple weeks ago and they said, this homeowner has an active roof leak. Can we start the roof sooner? Can we tarp it? Can we do something? In those circumstances, reach out and we'll find a way to, make sense and add value to the homeowner. Rainy season, as you guys have noted, water has been falling from the sky, which typically means people that don't have roofs that are on the newer side might have a roof leak or two. What I have seen a ton of success with is people that have sold solar for a while, reaching out to their existing book of business and letting them know that they can do roofing. They can do roofing plus R&R. We do specialize in roofing together with solar removal and reinstallation. And we have that baked into our quote tool. You can quote it for them in 30 seconds. And so if you guys want to craft an outreach campaign, we can work together with you. We got a fantastic marketing team. We can create something with you guys to help you reach out and solicit your existing book of business. Maybe all of your past leads that you've created. There's a bunch of different ways we can try to pool data and reach out and just let people know, hey, you can sell roofs now. You can sell roof with R&R. If someone did a partial roof, you can do the other half. Now, when they have roof leak, this is the time that they're going to be receptive to that outreach and they're going to read that email. They're going to open that letter that's sent. They're going to, because it's a pain point right now. They have an active leak. That's when they're going to, that's the best time to reach out. So if you want to do that, reach out to us, let us know. Danny, could you, I don't know if there's a way to put that link in the chat, or maybe I can do it. Our my calendar link. If you guys want to schedule time with me, here I'm gonna.
I'll throw it on the recap of this as well.
There you go.
I know we've sent it out a few times when we've had you on before, but yeah, I'll make sure that everybody knows how to throw some time.
So yeah, that way you guys will have a link where you can schedule time on my calendar, and I can do a training with you or your team and show you how to use our quote tool and talk to you and figure out what kind of campaign you want. If you want some extra help with marketing, to reach out and, pique people's interest with roofs. And that has been very successful for the folks that have done it with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've seen a ton of increased interest just from checking in with some of our previous customers, just like, hey, how things going? Need us to come, take a peek. And yeah, it's led to new business. So yeah, huge opportunity.
People, if you guys have any questions or you need something, reach out to my team, roofing at joinesp.com, roofing with an ing, the roof.joinesp.com. That's the quote tool. Roofing at joinesp.com. That goes to my team. I have seen an uptick in the amount of custom quote requests, which is great. I'm happy to help with that. Please just know that we need about 48 hours. It's normally not like same day or next day turnaround. It's going to be a couple of days when we have to get a custom quote. That means that we have to reach out to material suppliers, get material quotes. We got to reach out to crews. We got to shop things around, try to go outside of the box. So outside of the box, custom quote request. Just please know that once you send that back, we'll try to reply right away and let you know it's received. We're working on it, but give us at least 48 hours to chew on that and try to turn something around for you.
Yeah.
Lastly, I wanted to do a quick refresher on our quote tool. Anyone else got anything before I jump on the quote tool?
I think I got one thing that comes to mind, and that is, why would they want to do a roof with ESP versus just using their own roofer? Like, when you're selling solar plus roof, there's so many benefits, right?
Well, number one, you can roll it together in the financing. I've seen reps try to play dress up and pretend to be general contractor. And I respect the hustle. I am the first guy to show up and support people that are just out there grinding and getting shit done. Like, great. I want to support that every which way I can. However, I don't think a lot of people realize that you cannot contract construction jobs without a contractor's license. That I've seen people get in trouble with the CSLB with their home improvement sales license when things escalate. So let's say you play matchmaker with a roofer and then that roof leaks and that roofer's not servicing them because you connected with a roofer that perhaps you don't have an ongoing relationship with. Now that homeowner escalates to the contractor license board, they throw you under the bus. Now your home improvement sales license is in jeopardy because you've done something that you didn't realize was actually illegal. You cannot be a general contractor without a license. Also, lenders, I have seen people get blackballed and kicked out of lenders because they've done the same kind of thing where they hire a roofer, they try to pay it out of their own commissions. And again, I respect the hustle. They're being creative. They're solving a problem, but a lender will frown upon that. That violates lender law. Any work that's being done and financed on the project has to be on the contract. And there's only one contract and it's ESP. So if there's a problem, I would say rather when there's a problem, there's going to be an escalation and it comes to ESP and we tell the homeowner, we have nothing to do with this roof. We have no records of it. They're like, oh, I thought it was part of my project. That gets escalated to the lender. The lender goes back, finds out the sales rep went rogue and the sales rep has put themselves in jeopardy. And we've seen people get blackballed by all of the biggest lenders out there. They frown upon this because that just causes them a headache. And there's no second chances. When they find out about this stuff, they're pretty aggressive with it. So, and then on the positive side, when ESP handles the roof work, guess what? You don't have to worry about that roof crew. Mathematically, statistically, every single roofer that's doing a roof, the life expectancy of roofing companies is less than 10 years. So statistically, the roofer who gives you that warranty is likely not going to be around by the end of their workmanship warranty, which we have a minimum of 10 years. So ESP has been in business since 2015. We are tried and true. We are a lot more stable than, Bob's Roofing Company. And so when we put the roof on our contract and we subcontract, yeah, that guy provides a warranty to us, but we provide a warranty to the customer. And you guys, what sales reps and people in sales really don't see is how much we do on the warranty and servicing side. We spent over, as a company, we spent over $1 million last year fixing roof leaks. And I could guarantee you, not all of that was covered under warranty from the subcontractor who did it, right? This is us making sure that we honor the warranty and take care of the homeowner. So if you're a sales rep that doesn't want to risk things with the CSLB, doesn't want to try to dance around and dodge the lender, and wants to make sure that you don't have to worry about this job after it's installed, and the contractor could stay in their lane, and the subcontractor could stay in their lane, and the sales rep can stay in their lane, and everyone does their job, That's what I would suggest. Just be careful, right? Again, I don't care how you make money. I'm here to support you guys. But a lot of times I see people that they're out there trying to hustle and grind and they don't realize the risk they're putting themselves in.
Yeah.
There's a risk, big risk of
And
getting out of yourself.
for me, it's peace of mind. If you have something wrong with solar or roof, you know who to call. You don't have to go through your Rolodex and be like, what roofer did I use at that time to fix this?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
who's
I
like-
think it's something that I think maybe comes up as an objection occasionally still of people who are like, well, you have to punch holes in the roof. What's that about? Why? I don't want holes in my roof with solar. It's one more layer of, acknowledge and say, of course, that's definitely something. I understand why you'd be thinking that would be a concern. Now, I'm going to frame this, you never want to just come back at them and be like, oh, there's a warranty, don't worry about it. That's not gonna win you any friends. That's not gonna win you the business. You want to make sure that you're saying, listen, valid concern, but you're not alone in thinking that. And here's why, we're using ESP because they have this in-house roofing, because they have all this, backing behind them, because we'll be able to come out and identify, hey, yeah, if there was a leak, if it was something that was our fault, we're on the hook for that. We make sure that we do good workmanship so that we don't put ourselves on the hook in the future. And, we are invested in making sure that everything up there on the roof is as high quality as it possibly can be and is going to last for decades, right? So
Absolutely.
The same reason you would use ESP to install solar and not go straight to, Kevin's electric company down the street and have them do it is you want that stability and security and customer service. And it's predictable, it's stable, it's safe. So same exact reasons for doing the roofing. Real quick, I want to run through our roofing quote tool. And when will Tim Kelly asked when we'll be able to do standalone roofing with a markup right now. Tim, schedule time with me. I'll get you set up as an affiliate. You can sell it right now.
I knew that was coming. I was ready to tee you up, JB, but
Yes.
you just went for it.
That is live. Let's get it done, dude. We are open the floodgates. We are ready. Let me share my screen and I'm going to do a quick review with you guys to show you how quick this tool is. So again, roof.joinesp.com. You go here, you type in an address, verify the address. Now this analyze roof button is cool. I would only use it in circumstances when you need to flex and you need to come up with a number really, really, really quick, but this is not what you want to sell off. You always want to draw the roof when you sell. Doing analyzed roof is like building a solar quote based on the dollar amount of the electric bill, not the kilowatt hours. This is the accurate kilowatt hour version. You always want to use that. If you got to shoot from the hip and give like a rough quote, sure. But you want to always draw the roof. Analyze doesn't separate flat roof from pitched roof. It doesn't, it's very smart. It is not as smart as a human yet. So draw the roof. Let me show you how quick this is. Right? This roof here has two types, shingle and flat roof. Start drawing. You click and outline the perimeter. If you're going to do a partial, you can just click on the partial roof plane areas. You can outline that. So I got my roof plane, select the roof type, crump shingle. I'm going to measure. You can also just type in the roof pitch if you don't know, but we have a measure tool. Start measuring. Click on the red. Click down to the E. That's a 212. Apply to roof plane. Are there any access issues? No, there's a driveway right here. They can get access. Do we need new plywood? I've gone in the attic. I've checked. We don't need new plywood. Save roof plane. I'm going to add another roof plane, which is the flat roof.
So you're telling me we can do 2 different roof planes in one quote?
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Type of roof, flat roll comp, and the roof pitch. We can't go down to 0, but I can do 0.5. Save roof plane. And let's pretend there's solar panels on there. You just check this box. You type in however many solar panels you have, and that adds it automatically to the quote. Okay. So continue to quote, put in a name, create the quote, and usually in about a minute, you have a roof quote. And it'll show itemized, separated out, right? The flat roll comp is here, comp shingle is here, and we have the building permit cost, and then we have our preferred protection plan. We also have so you guys know, spoiler alert, we have been accepted into the platinum program with Owens Corning. So over the next couple of weeks, just so you guys understand, that's less than 1% of the roofing contractors in the country. That means Owens Corning is going to back our workmanship on these extended warranties when we add them. We're going to have the ability to go up to 25 years on workmanship. Right now, we have preferred protection in there that gives you 10-year workmanship backed by Owens Corning, and then a bumper-to-bumper system warranty for 50 years. And that's transferable.
Brandon, did you just dab? Did I see that?
Oh no.
Don't judge.
So this also has a presentation. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we're doing an update over the weekend that'll make this presentation even cooler than it already is. But you have a slide deck in here where you can go and everything that we claim here, everything that we have cites the source, and it'll take you to the source webpage. So there's details about energy cost savings, preventing water damage. What does that mean as far as opportunity cost, fire risk, what it does to your insurance premium? A lot of really good content. If you guys don't know how to sell a roof, this is a good crutch. Just like a brand new sales rep selling solar, a really awesome proposal makes that sales rep a lot more cost efficient. Some of these are interactive and they can show you, breakdowns in the timeline. It's just a lot better looking and easier to sell, and it establishes a lot of clout and credibility. And then we have tools that are built right in where you can play with this. Let's say instead of $3,000, let's say it's a $5,000 annual electric bill, and it can play with some of these ROI calculations. You can see when they break even on the roof. No one's ever looked at roof as an ROI, but we're solar guys. That's how we think.
Yes.
It has your protection plan that's active. You can take that cost off if you don't want it, but it's only a couple $100. Strongly suggest people add that there. You can select a color. You can increase to the gallery view. And when you come down to financing, it has the finance options built in there. We're using all zero dealer fee loans. So yeah, the APR is a little higher, but it's dummy proof. The cost is the cost. It doesn't change. Every loan option you want, 15-year, 10-year, 5-year. Oh, $79 a month. Great. Let me send you the credit application. It's right in here. So this is designed to be really quick and easy for a one-call close. And of course, the quote expires a month after you make it, which is good. That creates emergency. You can come down here, and this is where you would send the quote and sign it, right? Come down here. If progress payments, that's if they're paying cash, basically, right? Good lead financing, that is if they're doing a standalone loan for the roof. And then solar financing, let's say you're wrapping this into your solar deal. You put in your name, HIS, and your email, go to the contract. It sends it to you and the homeowner so they have an actual roofing contract with the scope of work, with the warranty. Now that protects them. They have visibility on all of that, and it gives us the exact cost and everything to add to the solar deal. So if you're selling a roof at the point of sale, you have them sign a roof contract, and in there it says this is being financed together with your solar. You enter that cost in Aurora as the adder for the roof, and then you have them sign for the solar. So it's not perfect, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than it has been. And one of the things I want to point out here that a lot of people don't realize, we have spectacular pricing now on top shingle. We have lowered pricing across the board, but shingles especially, because that's the majority of what we do. It is a lot of times I get quotes from people and they're like, hey, can we use this guy? And I'm like, we could. They're actually more expensive when you look and you do the breakdown. So we are extremely cost competitive at the moment. And so that also gives you the ability, if you want to sell roof only, you can add a markup to it and you can start making commissions. That's why I say do an outreach to these guys, and you can sell roof only, and you can add R&R. You can add all of this stuff in there.
This
Yeah.
is so cool.
Super
Garabon.
cool.
Like,
And
you guys use this tool. It is impressive. If I could just touch on one thing, it would be, yeah, your uncle's brother's friend who has a roofing company, who is named Dan, and he lives down by the river. I'm sure he does great work. I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure he does a bang up job. But for whatever reason, he didn't want to pull a permit on this particular job, and you got a real good price. That $500 for the permit that you saved, that might have worked on 1 or 2 or even 3 jobs. But the one job that you get dinged on, and we install, and we have to pull the system up, and the homeowner has to look at, the inspector has to look at the decking on that roof that was done by Dan's Roofing down by the river. That one job could eat up all of the $500 that you saved previously times 10,
Yep.
times 20.
We've seen it.
Yeah. And just speaking from experience from the dude with the gray beard and the bald head in the background over here, like, trust me, it's not worth taking that risk on that one job. Do the thing that makes the most sense. Explain to your homeowner, this is why we do this, so that they're protected along the way, so that you're protected along the way, so that we're protected along the way. It's a team effort to make sure these things get done. Jeremiah is a wealth of knowledge, and we are so stoked to have him on our squad, on your squad, everyone who's watching this, like, to have Jeremiah in your back pocket to like help get this stuff pushed through and get the real results done the right way. We're stoked. So thanks, JB. Really appreciate it, dude.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, hey, yeah, another plug for schedule time with JB. Get on his calendar. We'll send that out and start learning how to sell them roofs. Thank you, Fabio. JB's training rocks. There's a winning endorsement already. So let's see more of that. All righty. Back to it. So just coming back around full circle to rainy season and roof leaks. What do we do? This is how you do it. You, as the sales rep, do nothing, please, other than have the homeowner call us or reach out to us via the website. So they can call us during customer support hours. They can head over to live chat, or we do also have a form that they can fill out on their site. Please, again, do not fill out this form yourself. The homeowner needs to be the one who puts in their information. We cannot play telephone. We cannot play, who's got the information that we need in order to triage this appropriately and make sure that we get somebody on site to fix it as soon as possible. So again, just reiterating, I have it underlined like 3 different times on this page here. Have the homeowner reach out.
I guess I'll piggyback. We always know that, and the sales rep wants to help. We love those kind of reps. We want you guys to be there for your solar families, not just during the sale, but after the sale and after install, everything's completed. But in this case, we ask for so many like key ingredients that if there's one little thing that is not correct, it could change the outcome of the whole warranty ticket. That's why we need to talk to that homeowner directly, get their experience, their knowledge, and their photos directly from at that point. And it's a faster turnaround overall that way too. Direct to the source.
Definitely. Yeah. Again, we appreciate your concern. We want you to be, we want you to care about your homeowners enough to have it go through the right way. And really, again, so that you can focus on getting it back out there and selling something else, like rather than having to ask the homeowner, like, oh, do you have your design plans of where the solar was installed? And can you circle where the roof leak, where the water is coming into you?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. That's not your job. That's our job. That's where we come in. So again, yeah, like Brandon said, we definitely appreciate the backup there. And I think we mentioned too, like, if you want to do a 3-way call just to show that you're there, great. That's awesome. That's totally fine. But again, we just need to have the homeowner on the line when that happens. Okay. Cool. Anything else on that? Any other rainy season roof tips that we got for the people? Ready to wrap up? Okay. Well, let's move to our moment of Zen.
Do it.
I like this one. Brandon inspired me, really. Let's before we do anything, Brandon's hero, a true legend, Ricky Bobby.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can live with my stuff. You ain't first, you're last.
Yeah. Thank you, Ricky Bobby, for the wonderful motivational quote. But anyway, I just like this one. Hopefully something to get you fired up in the morning. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you got to plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. You got it's mindset and it's logistics and it's strategy. It's all that combined. You can't just be like, yeah, I mean, no offense to Ricky Bobby. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm the best there is, unless you've already laid the other foundational elements of your success out in front of you. So Does anybody else? I put this down here too. I love audience engagement. Does anybody else have any quotes that get them fired up for the day? Anything else that you want to, like when you wake up in the morning, what do you got on your mental playlist, right? For motivational quotes. If anybody has something, drop it in the chat here.
I always love that hope is not a strategy. I hope I sell 5 deals today. I hope I get 3 installations done this week. I hope I get buffer. But if I don't go to the gym, I'm not going to get buff.
Very true.
So I can't hope for that. I got to do something about it.
I like that a lot. That's a good one. JB, how about you? What's your motto that gets you up and going?
Well, I like what you covered there. I think mindset is important. I got one here hanging on my wall.
Well, let's see.
The best view comes from the hardest climb. Basically, don't be scared of a challenge. The harder life is, more rewarding life is. So don't be a wuss. Embrace the challenges, run at things that scare you, and life is way better for it.
I like that. I haven't heard that one before. I like that. That's a good one.
I'm going to put that on a shirt. Don't be a wuss.
Don't be a wuss.
I
Run
mean,
at
sorry,
things.
the other part of the quote.
Well,
If you
I
see-
think everyone that's here on the call is an entrepreneur. They understand that life is what you make it.
Yep.
This is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a run through. You don't get a second chance here. This is your one life. Make a decision to make it awesome and just go after it.
Good stuff.
Point. Okay, well, thanks everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We look forward to next time. Oh, quick housekeeping. We're not doing this on Halloween. So I hope everybody has a very spooky, safe Halloween. Good times. We'll see you the week after. And yeah, hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, rest of the month, rest of the year. We're here to support you. Let us know how we can help you out.
We'll send the recap meeting to everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.